What's something that improved your sleep quality significantly?
Mr. Reddit.
I got a blackout curtain that turns my room into a cave. My roommate calls it the Bat Cave, but hey, I sleep like a rock now. Like never really bothered me in terms of sleep, but I heard good things, so I upgraded my standard blinds to blackout curtains and holy crap. My sleep got even better, believe the hype. If you can install blackout curtains in your bedroom, I highly recommend it. I don't even think absolute darkness is the key factor. You could even have a nightlight or something similar, but blackout curtains will keep your lighting consistent even after the sun rises. Blackout curtains also made it easier for my dog to sleep in, meaning he wouldn't wake me up either. Total win-win.
Trying to study. As soon as I try to study, I fall asleep immediately. This could actually be a phenomenon called intrusive sleep. It's when you are faced with something the brain really doesn't feel up for coping with, and it responds with making you acutely sleepy to protect itself. It's something everyone can experience, but it's very prevalent for people with ADHD and ASD to the point it can become extremely disruptive.
Sleeping separately from my snoring partner, after more than 10 years, I finally convinced my partner to get a sleep study. He was tested so poorly, the sleep doc said he'd never had someone with so few breaths. He had 2 additional sleep tests and now has a Variate BiPAP machine, and it's changed his life. Good luck and hugs.
100% not drinking alcohol, almost 5 months sober myself. I don't miss the insomnia it created. I don't know how I managed going to work tired and hungover every day, but you just get used to that life after years and years of it. Congratulations.
CPAP machine. Unfortunately, I would wake up with night terrors. Nightmares of fighting aliens, monsters, whatever, and wake up screaming. It was my body telling me to wake up. You're not breathing. If I accidentally fall asleep without mine on now, I have straight nightmares and panic attacks, and it scares the crap out of me. I can't figure out how I managed to get any sleep at all before this. That was just my norm, and I somehow never noticed it.
Regular exercise and a better diet, not just what you eat, but when you eat as well. I sleep best when I eat at least 4 to 5 hours before bed. If I get thrown off schedule and have to eat dinner like 2 hours before bed, it negatively impacts the quality of my sleep.
I sleep like a vampire. I'm not kidding. Completely flat, no pillow. Arms resting in my stomach or thighs. I sit at a desk all day and it feels like the best position to fully let my spine relax. One time my roommate saw me sleeping like that, but with my knees bent towards the ceiling. She said it was kind of creepy. Me and my mom moved in with my grandparents when I was in high school, and the first week we were there I found my grandpop sleeping on the floor in that position, with his mouth hanging open no less. I swear I thought I found him dead. Turns out he's just like that, but it scared the hell out of me.
Daily consistent movement. For example, 20 minutes of elevated heart rate, stretching, and 6,000 steps per day. Biggest difference, same. When I got out of school I started working full-time in a manual labor position. I'm miserable most of the day and it hurts to stand back up if I sit down when I get home. But boy do I sleep great now. Too great. It's hard to wake up in the morning even though I get plenty of sleep. Yeah dude, ripping concrete, kicking a shovel and fitting steel pipe has me ready for bed 8 p.m. I sleep through the night, doubled my income, and I'm in the best shape I've been since my early 20s. Added bonus, no college loans.
Read less Reddit. I've had sleep problems most of my life. Years of getting 2 to 5 hours sleep each night. My sleep pattern has recently improved, probably due to the fact that I'm 30 and can't function in work if I don't get about 7 hours sleep, so I'm making more of an effort to get to bed earlier, otherwise it's hell. But one thing I've noticed is if I put my phone on the dimmest setting and read Reddit, I'm almost guaranteed to fall asleep within 15 minutes.
White noise machine, also not drinking, brown noise for me. I find white noise grating and mildly anxiety producing, whereas brown noise is soothing like rain. Just search YouTube for brown noise, black screen and see what you think.
Blindfold and weighted blanket. If it's hot out, pull out the window fan. I tried a weighted blanket. I switch sides too much and I end up throwing it off me in the middle of the night. I thought I would love a weighted blanket, but I felt like I was wrestling with it all night.
Losing weight, I sleep a lot more comfortably on anything because my body just doesn't put as much pressure on stuff. It's also a lot more comfortable to sleep on my back because I don't have a bunch of weight crushing my organs. If you don't mind me asking, how much weight did you lose and how did you do it? About 150 pounds. I almost died then lost my appetite because of a painkiller addiction and straight up pain. And by the time I was done being almost dead and healthy again, I was a skeleton, and used it as an opportunity to get more fit. Count your blessings type situation, I guess. Never really got my desire to eat back, and I sorta have to remind myself now. Colder room temperature compared to regular day temperature. Even if it's only a few degrees lower. It's not always true that you get nightmares when sleep in a cold room, but my theory is that it may help lower your core body temperature, making it easier for the body to go into sleep, since your body naturally lowers its temperature when going into sleep, or, what I read, helps with melatonin production. I've never heard of nightmares from sleeping in a cold room, and the opposite is true for me. If I get hot at night, my brain conjures up the craziest shit. Perimenopause has been a biff.
Walking a lot. I get like 20,000 steps in a day and I sleep so good and don't need to sleep as much cause the sleep I get is quality. Honestly, exercise in general and magnesium has been amazing in improving my sleep. 20-30k is average if you live in a walkable place like NYC or many places in Europe/not North America. Also, on a side note, when I first moved to NYC I was so tired from all the walking, but after a few months it made me feel so much better. Now when I go visit my hometown and drive everywhere I get super sore and cranky because I can't walk as much. Quit drinking. When my drinking increased I had trouble sleeping. When my drinking was at its worst I had to have several glasses of whiskey to fall asleep. 867 days sober.
Getting a job working evenings. When I get home I go to bed and sleep until I wake up by myself. No alarm clock or anything, and when I wake up I have several hours before I have to go to work. The most productive and together I have ever been was a 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. shift. Hated the job, but man did my body love it. I had an 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. job at a local barbecue joint for nearly 10 years. Man. I'd come home, have dinner, watch a movie, play my PlayStation for a couple hours, shower, then put on a movie with a snack, and crash during the movie. Wake up in time to cook a full breakfast, grub out watching morning TV, then go to work, rinse and repeat. I miss it so much. Wife and I sleeping in separate beds, same, and when people ask us how we've stayed together for so long, 29 years together, 25 married, we tell them it was choosing separate bedrooms that did the trick. Magnesium glycinate. After many, many years, I'm finally falling asleep easier, dreaming again, and waking up refreshed. I didn't start seeing positive effects until I started taking D3 with magnesium glycinate. Highly agree, best supplement I've ever taken for sleep. That my blackout eye mask is a wild difference.
Quality mattress, overpriced but worth it pillows, high thread count linens, sound machine, ceiling fan, double blackout curtains, no television in the room. We take our sleep seriously. What pillows do you have? We currently have Coop pillows that we got to replace our My Pillows when they started to wear out. I also have a cooling pillow that I got from the mattress store when we bought our mattress.